Hi, my name is Laura Hilton. It looks like we have a nice crowd here joining us on our sixth meeting of Thriving Thursdays, where we at the Center for Working Family Life aim to give you a snackable nourishment for work-life balance while you're nourishing your body with lunch. It's perfectly fine if you want to keep your videos off and you're snacking. I'm going to be enjoying my coffee. So today our topic is focused on overcoming Zoom exhaustion. We'll look at 6 ways to manage Zoom so we can find balance and connection. So let's get started. Let's jump right in. We have hit a milestone of 3 months of remote work. I'm incredibly grateful that our business continuity plan was successful at CWFL, and we have transitioned all of our clients, 100% of them, to telehealth. But after 3 months of this stay at home, this has really become a double-edged sword for me and for many of us. Wondering about how you're doing and how many hours you're spending on Zoom, Skype, Teams, or other kinds of video telephonic platforms for your meetings. So if you would, type in the chat and let us know. I can see that few people are 1 to 2 hours, 6 hours. Wow, you've got me beat. So I see I have company. Yesterday, I spent 4 hours on Zoom calls. And so I have to say, I am making a commitment to myself to take my own medicine here. And so here's what I'm gonna try to start doing today, and I suggest that you consider. I am taking these 6 very easy to apply practical tips to try to do some mindful Zooming. I know that sounds hilarious. My husband was watching me create these slides a couple of days ago, and he thought, what's mindful Zooming? I'm like, here it is, honey. He's on Zoom all the time also, probably even more than I am. So one of the first suggestions that I'm going to practice, I'd like to pass along, is the icon that has the heart. And so that is taking a few moments before clicking the start button on our Zoom meetings to settle and ground myself, ground my attention. Taking a few breaths, feeling my body on the chair, and noticing whatever is present in my mind and allowing myself to fully arrive at the moment that's at hand, at this current meeting, at this current topic. If you're feeling unsettled or preoccupied, you might place your hand on your heart in a supportive and comforting way, as if to say, I'm here for you. It's okay to feel how you feel at this moment. After you settle yourself and you start your Zoom meeting, take the time to truly greet whoever is in the room with your full attention. So that's the second icon here with the 3 people. So greeting with full attention. So offer your attention to each face that appears if the group's not too big, and give yourself a moment with each person so that they can make an impression on you, so you can take in the good. Give yourself an opportunity to feel what it feels like to be in the presence of another person. Something may pop up, you may need to email John, you may want to follow up with Susan. So if these things pop up, make a quick note, and then switch over to speaker view. That's this third suggestion. In Zoom, one can choose speaker view or gallery view, and I prefer speaker view so that one person who's speaking has more of my attention and the others are more peripheral. This seems to me more like sitting around a conference table where I can be aware that everybody is there, but my attention is directed primarily to whoever is speaking. So tracking an array of 24 or more faces on a screen can be challenging. Speaker view is my solution to that challenge. The next suggestion here is to resist multitasking. The research is in, guys. Multitasking isn't highly productive. In fact, it's probably counterproductive. However, in all honesty, I have to admit that I can be a multitasker on Zoom calls, especially if I'm not presenting or doing any presentations on a particular call. So many times I've been known to read or fire off emails while also joining this meeting. for me, this has to stop, not because I need to be hyper-focused on just what is exactly is happening at every moment in the meeting, but because I can't be putting additional effort into attending to anything else. If anything, I need to let go of this fragmented way of working and let my attention rest more lightly and lovingly on what and who is before me. I can periodically ease my focus back and look out the window or behind my screen or at knickknacks on my shelves, just to soften my gaze to the array of faces, seeing them without looking closely at them, without having to analyze or scrutinize any of them. It's kind of like regulating my energy level. You know, this is a marathon, not a sprint sometimes these days with multiple Zoom calls. So I'm looking for a way to renew and keep enough energy to get me through these busy days that we're all facing. The next icon at the bottom of the screen is that coffee cup. So let's try to take measured breaks between sessions. At CWFL, we try to hold to enforcing a 50-minute hour. So with counseling sessions, if you do your 50-minute hour, that allows you 10 minutes to write notes, run to the restroom, get a drink of water, and generally settle and decompress between therapeutic sessions. Quite often my Zoom meetings run back to back, and at various times people have bumped into each other, as they did about a week or so ago, where the folks who were on our call for the first half an hour, a few of them bumped into those who joined us for the next. And we need to take better care of our precious attention and energy. Take these refreshing pauses. So why not give that a try yourself? Finally, let's take a step back and periodically remind ourselves that this is a new place between presence and absence that we will have to learn how to accommodate as we go forward to our uncertain future. It's both better than absence, but it's not quite resonant as presence. So let's see if we can simultaneously refrain from having too high of an expectations, but also not dismissing the clear benefits of online communication. And certainly, let's not forget the benefits. We can have important meetings while only dressed appropriately from the waist up. Our beloved pets can be perched on our laps, hopefully not on our computers, but sometimes that happens too. We can share our silly coffee mug collection or our hilarious and wacky Zoom backgrounds. Key and foremost in my mind is no commute in Los Angeles. That's always such an issue. We have more time for our personal lives, more time for our families and our partners. And so those are the clear benefits of this digitally enabled world that allows us to have this business continuity. So to end on a serious note, let's not dismiss the amazing technology, but instead find a way to assimilate it into the full spectrum of interpersonal experiences that this new way of working includes. Let's be present to be absent without becoming absent to presence. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it to develop this new capacity. So we'll be continuing our Thriving Thursdays presentations. Next week, we're going to have a wonderful presentation on respect and compassion and enjoyment for work-life balance. And this has been a Thriving Thursday presentation from me, Laura Hilton, at the Center for Work and Family Life. We are USC's Employee Assistance Program. We are serving faculty and staff through Zoom. And please reach out to us 24/7 for up to 10 free confidential counseling sessions, referral and workplace consults and coaching. Our phone number is 213-821-0800. And thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're safe and well and thriving. Thank you so much.